Welcome back, Sporty Spent 17 subscribers. Thank you all for coming by and watching. Today I got a little Utah Jazz preseason ending, season beginning, season prediction video. But it's good to be back here from Finland. Finland was amazing. At the end of the video, I'm going to post a short little clip of my upcoming documentary, One-on-One Journey to Finland. Just so you know, we're in the very early stages of editing. I just got back on Wednesday, and today is Saturday. I got back Thursday, and today is Saturday. So it's not going to be what the finished product looks like, probably, but I just wanted to share some clips with you so everyone was excited. But to dive right into this upcoming season, the Jazz 2024-25 season, I got some thoughts. So last night I watched the Utah Jazz versus the Portland Trail Blazers, and boy, that was a pretty eye-gouging, brutal watch. But the game before that, I watched on the plane ride back. It was the Jazz versus Kings. Now that was an exciting game. So I'm going to start out with the Jazz versus Kings game. The Jazz beat the Kings 117-114, and it felt like an actual NBA season game. I believe Will Hardy said after the game that was the most, that felt like an actual game. I don't know how to explain it, but everyone played. I mean, Sabonis, DeRozan, Keegan Murray, DeAndre Fox all played more than 35 minutes. On the Jazz side, all the starters played for more than 25 minutes. Lauri Markkanen had 21 points. Keyonte George had 24 points. John Collins had 12 points. Jordan Clarkson 11. So that game was an actual, I think, understanding of the Jazz. But also at the same time, I think this Jazz versus Trailblazers game where they lost 124-86 is going to be like some games that we'll see this upcoming season. In the game last night, Lauri Markkanen only had 5 points in 17 minutes, 1 for 9. Keyonte George only had 6 points. Kessler 2 points, 6 rebounds though. Taylor Hendricks 1 point. So last night was a really brutal game to watch. I was a little disappointed, but maybe they're tired and it's last preseason game, so they just didn't get much effort. Portland Trail Blazers couldn't miss a shot either. We missed a lot of shots. Overall, I was pretty happy with the way that they all played during the preseason. They fought hard in some games, like the Kings game, but I want to talk about two players that I'm most excited about this upcoming season. Number one, you already know who it is, Lauri Markkanen. I'm really excited to watch him play again. So in the preseason, he played 5 of the games, sat out 1 of the games. He had 16.4 points per game, and he had 39% field goal shooting and 3-point shooting. Hopefully to see that go up to at least 45% field goal and 41% 3-point. That would be awesome. So we already know Lauri Markkanen is going to provide for the Jazz. He's going to be the reason why we win a lot of our games that we do win. But I think there's one other player who's going to be a big impact, and that's Keyonte George. Keyonte George, I think, had a phenomenal preseason run, with the biggest improvement being his field goal percentage during the preseason was 48.8%. His 3-point percentage was 44.8%. Now, to compare it to last year, his field goal pursuing in preseason last year in 5 games was 32% field goal, 28% 3-point. So I really think that he's been working on his shot, trying to get it down. He's looking very, very good as a sophomore, and I think we're going to see some big improvement on him. Now, some predictions that I have for Keyonte George is I think he'll probably average around 18 points per game and get up to about 5 assists per game. And I can't complain about those numbers. Those would be really awesome as a rookie. And I think we will win a few games because of him. Now, he's really doing well, doing the role of the lead point guard position. We got Patty Mills, Isaiah Collier behind him. But I also want to say I have been liking John Collins coming off the bench. Walker Kessler has been providing good minutes as a starter. John Collins actually is playing hard, I've noticed. I feel like he's playing for something. I bet it's because he got benched to be the 6th man, pretty much. He's fighting to get that starting position back, and I like the fight that he's having. Last night, he was kind of the only player that looked like he was trying against the Trailblazers, so that's something that I expect to see good of. I also want to talk a little bit about Jordan Clarkson. I know Jordan Clarkson isn't really in the timetable of what the Jazz are trying to do, but I just got to say that every time he gets on the floor, I'm happy to see him. You know, ever since he got traded to the Jazz back when Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert were playing, I have been liking seeing him play. Now, he does have some frustrating moments, hero ball, but he's just such a cool guy, and I just like his swag when he's on the court. Like, he's just so chill, and he can roast anyone up. I think he broke some people's ankles last night. I'm always excited to see Jordan Clarkson. I hope that he provides some good minutes as another six man. Taylor Hendricks, however, I still want to see more of him. I want to see him grinding down on the court. It seems like he's still trying to find his place a lot. I know it's his second year and he is a pretty raw prospect, but I really hope to see some good improvement on him as he plays. You know, he's in the starting role, and I assume the starting five that we saw on the preseason is going to be the starting five that we see on day one. I think that Cody Williams had some great moments as well. I see him probably averaging around 7 points per game this season. Isaiah Collier is someone who I'm excited to look at. His shooting does need to improve, but I'm excited about his assists because I think that he had around 7 assists per game this preseason. I know that he got injured, but I'm excited to see how he handles the assists and moving the ball around coming off the bench. So Colin Sexton, it's about the same as he was last year. He was a stud last year. Hope to see him pass the ball more when Lauri's open. That's something that I really want to see. Not just as a Lauri Markkanen fan, but I just noticed this a lot last year, that Lauri Markkanen didn't really get the ball too much during the clutch because, Sexton and Clarkson were playing hero ball. I want to see Lauri Markkanen have the ball during clutch time because his numbers are great during clutch time, and he's had some great moments. Why wouldn't you pass the ball to Dirk Nowitzki on the Mavericks during the clutch time? Because he's a player to go to. So it's definitely something I want to see more of. I expect Lauri Markkanen to be around the 23, 24, 25 points per game again. I think that's what he provides, which is really impressive, especially last year when we didn't have Mike Conley. But I think with having Isaiah Collier and Markkanen on the floor, I think Collier can give him the ball quite a bit. So Phil Pawski, I think we'll see a lot of him in the G League this year, probably not too much on the floor. So just overall, a youth movement, a trade. I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think the Jazz are going to make any trades this right before the deadline like they had the past 2 years, or do you think that they're just going to stick with what they have? I don't see a major trade happening. I do think that we are going for a top 5 pick this year for sure. But with that being said, I think that we will eclipse 30 wins this year. I think we'll get around 30 to 31 wins. ESPN and all these other places are projecting around 25 wins. I think since we have Lauri Markkanen on our team, we'll get some more wins. That's been the case the past couple of years, And watching that Kings game, I do think we're going to have a lot of fun games. I don't think this whole season is going to be a bunch of games like the Trailblazers last night. I think we're going to have some really fun games that are going to be really fun to watch. And we're going to have some really hard games like last night. We got youth. They're going to be tired, especially towards the end of the season. But we also have Lauri Markkanen, who is going to be awesome again. And I hope that he gets an all-star nod again this year because he's looking so fit. He's looking so ready for the NBA season. Really excited for him. I was just in Finland, and I understand why he loves Finland because Finland is amazing. So I think we're going to finish the season off 30 and 52, probably the 13th in the West. We're going to get a top 5 pick finally. I think the odds could be in our favor to get a top 5 pick. Now, even if we don't get Cooper Flagg, that's okay because there's still so many other good options in this draft that can pair well with someone like Keyonte George and Lauri Markkanen. Really excited to watch more Jazz basketball. We got 82 games ahead of us. Maybe they make some noise in the NBA Cup. I wanted to also show this. This is probably my favorite thing I got in Finland. It's a Susijengi Finland men's national basketball team scarf. I know that's on backwards probably, but it's really awesome. And also this Lahti basketball jacket means a lot to me now because the coach for the team, Christian Pelote, I interviewed him, and it was actually pretty cool because at the end of the interview, I was like, "Hey, do you know anywhere that I can buy some Lonty basketball merch?" And he said, "Hold on one second." He came by, he went into the locker room, and he came back with this really nice hoodie. And you'll see it a lot in the documentary, but I wanted to thank Christian again for giving me this hoodie. It was an awesome time being out in Finland. I went to a Helsinki Seagulls game. I went to the Lauri Markkanen exhibit. I did the Finnish sauna. The sauna was great. I jumped into a 5°C lake, maybe even less than that. And it was awesome. I got a really good Finnish experience, I believe, and I want to show you all. So here's a little clip from my upcoming documentary, One-on-One Journey to Finland. Let's go Jazz. Ugh! Oh. All right, if I chop this one in half, that means I'm going to win the game tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Drums. Okay. I have lost it.
All right, if I chop this one in half, the Jazz are going to win the NBA Finals next year. If I chop this one in half, I'm moving to Finland.
Okay, that's a tough one. Yes, hyvä Suomi.
Moving to Finland, Suomi.
Yeah.
Ah. Let's go.
Give me some small, as dry as possible. Thanks. Spencer.
Yeah. Water?
Water, yeah. I think we can survive here this night.
We're doing some pregame warm-ups here. Big games today. This is where Lauri Markkanen shot hoops during elementary school. Air ball.
Air ball.
Hey, hit the rim.
I think it's 65-35 for
There we
me.
go.